I have been a little bit sick lately, and that has given me more time to play some mobile games. And man, have I found some addicting ones for you all today. Don't forget to leave a like, pop a sub, and comment down below what you're currently playing, and let's get right into it. First up, we have Dark Rise, which feels like a mixture between Diablo and MapleStory. Now, this is a 2D action RPG where you explore around different environments, you kill enemies and bosses, you gain randomized loot with different rarities, you equip it to your character, you get new abilities and strengthen those, and you slowly but surely encounter harder and harder enemies. You know the whole gameplay loop associated with RPGs. It's just that, but in a 2D action RPG, and there's a lot of different classes to play as with their own unique abilities as well, which adds to the replayability. There's a lot here, and I'm excited to see what else this game holds. Next up, we have Defense Derby. Now, this is my personal favorite currently, and it feels kind of like an auto chess game mixed with a tower defense game. So you're facing off against other opponents online, and you have to draft characters that all have different factions and abilities, and once you draft them and kind of get in a bidding war over them, if you win them, then you can put them on a grid. And you can arrange them on the grid in real time in order to get stat bonuses, and you get copies of these characters to level them up, and you try to outlive your opponents in order to win. There's a lot of layers of strategy here, and it's a little bit more simple to understand but harder to master than other auto chess games. This has a ton of polish. There are a lot of free-to-play shenanigans here, just to warn you, but man, have I had a blast just playing as a free-to-play player. So definitely feel free to check it out. Next up, we have Gorathar, which is a roguelike deck building game. Now, I love this game's art style. It reminds me of playing Flash games in my browser as a kid. It has some strange nostalgia associated with it for me, and I love it. And I also love that it's in portrait orientation. I feel like roguelike deck building games work really well in portrait orientation, and this one has some solid deck building as well as some different elements that it tries out. Now, it does feel like a classic roguelike deck building game at the end of the day, but it's really well done, and I think it's worth the try, especially since it's only in the early stages of development. Next up, we have Myth: Gods of Asgard, which is clearly inspired by Hades if you're familiar with that game. The art style, the sound design, even the character interactions and stuff, and kind of how everything is set up feels exactly like Hades. However, the gameplay loop itself is way more straightforward, where you're doing one level at a time instead of trying to survive as long as possible. And in between levels, you strengthen your character, and you can also play and unlock new characters. For what it is, it's very fun. Now, there's obviously some free-to-play shenanigans associated with this, but it's fun for at least the first hour, which is how much I've played that, and I think it's worth a try. Last but not least, we have Grim RPG, which is an idle game of sorts where you will be defeating enemies automatically, and then you will be gaining loot randomly, and it's up to you to figure out how to sort out that loot, equip it, as well as break it down and upgrade certain things. I love the discovery gameplay loop of this game. I had no clue what I was doing within the first 15 minutes, and then you slowly but surely figure out what everything does, and that's so rewarding. It's unlike anything that I've personally played on mobile so far, but maybe you guys have tried something similar, but I've been having a blast with it. Alright guys, those were 5 games I've been having a blast with recently. Don't forget to leave a like, pop a sub, and comment down below what you've been playing, and I can't wait to see what you guys say. I love you guys, I hope you guys are staying safe, and take it easy.